It was 7:15 on a Tuesday evening. I was standing in front of my open refrigerator. The cold white light was washing over my face. Inside, there were eggs, leftover rice, and some vegetables. Nothing complicated. Yet I stood there for 5 full minutes, completely paralyzed. 3 hours earlier, I was solving complex problems at work. I was answering dense messages and handling real responsibilities. So why did deciding between pasta and rice suddenly feel like lifting a boulder? That night, I realized something uncomfortable. My evening was not being ruined by hard work. It was being drained by tiny, invisible choices. So a few months ago, I tried an unusual experiment. I locked the gate. I completely stopped making decisions after 6 p.m. For a long time, I blamed my lack of discipline. I thought if I had more willpower, I would cook healthy dinners every night. I thought I would read books, stretch, and relax peacefully. Instead, by 8 p.m., I was usually slumped on the sofa. I would spend 40 minutes scrolling through streaming menus. I would read movie descriptions, watch trailers, and end up watching nothing at all. If you have ever felt completely depleted by simple evening choices, hear this. Maybe this isn't a willpower problem at all. You have a traffic problem. Think about driving a car across an open highway. Cruising at 60 miles an hour feels effortless. Your engine runs smoothly. Now imagine driving that exact same car through a crowded downtown city. There is a red light on every single corner. Stop, start, wait, stop again. Even if you only drive 2 miles, your engine burns fuel rapidly. The car feels strained. Every small decision during the day can feel like another red light. Replying to a message, choosing what shirt to wear, deciding which task to do first, picking where to park. None of these decisions are catastrophic on their own, but by 6 in the evening, you've already stopped at dozens of red lights. Maybe your mental engine isn't broken. Maybe it's just been stopping and starting all day. When I first started this experiment, I misunderstood the solution. I thought stopping decisions meant turning my life into a military barracks. I wrote out rigid schedules on paper. At 6 o'clock p.m., shutdown begins. At 6:30, eat exactly 1 pre-planned meal. At 7:15, read exactly 20 pages. It lasted 3 days. By Thursday night, I felt like a prisoner in my own apartment. A friend called to invite me for a casual walk, and my schedule had no room for it. I became anxious just trying to follow my own rules. A while back, when I was rebuilding my daily life, I thought progress meant adding more control. This experiment taught me the opposite. Progress did not come from adding strict rules. It came from removing unnecessary friction. I realized I didn't need to eliminate every single choice in life. Unexpected things still happen. I just stopped spending my evenings on decisions that didn't need me. The goal was to clear the road so I could finally coast. Here's the strange trap most of us fall into. We believe that having open choices in the evening is how we relax. We tell ourselves, I had a long, structured day, so tonight I will just do whatever I feel like. It sounds like freedom. In reality, it's a hidden negotiation. Notice what actually happens when your evening is completely open-ended. You finish work, and immediately the questions begin. What should I eat? Should I work out now or later? Should I reply to that message or leave it till tomorrow? What should I put on the TV? Open questions can keep your mind evaluating possibilities. It weighs trade-offs. Even small choices can still require evaluation. To a tired mind, even a trivial evaluation can still feel like work. The couch looks still. Your attention may not be. You may be sitting completely still without truly feeling at rest. To make the 6 p.m. cutoff work, I stopped using rigid rules. Instead, I set up 3 flexible defaults. First, the dinner default. I stopped asking myself what I felt like eating at 7 p.m. Instead, I gave myself two simple options for weeknights. Option A is a simple home-cooked meal I can make half asleep. Option B is a reliable, healthy takeout spot down the street. Before 6 p.m., usually around lunch, I pick A or B. When the evening comes, the decision is already settled. No standing at the fridge, no endless scrolling through food apps. Second, the resting default. When I had to decide what to do with my free time, I often picked my phone. The phone requires zero setup and offers instant stimulation. So before 6 p.m., I started staging my space. If I want to read, the book is physically sitting open on the couch. If I want to sketch or write, the notebook and pen are already on the table. When the evening began, I didn't have to choose an activity. I simply stepped into a space that was already waiting for me. Third, the open loop shutdown. At 5:45 p.m., I write down the top 2 or 3 unfinished tasks on a notepad. Then I physically close my laptop. I tell myself, these thoughts belong to tomorrow morning. If a work thought pops into my head at 8 p.m., I do not debate it. I write it on the pad and I let it go. The gate stays locked. Something unexpected happened the second week of this experiment. When I stopped constantly negotiating with myself, my evenings seemed to get longer. Sitting on the couch with a book felt genuinely quiet. I noticed I was no longer carrying that subtle guilt about what else I should be doing. For the first time in a long time, my home felt like a shelter rather than a second workplace. I noticed I was sleeping more deeply. I used to think peace was something you had to chase through complex routines or long vacations. Now I think peace is mostly the absence of unnecessary friction. When you turn off the red lights, the car just glides forward on its own. If your evenings currently feel chaotic or draining, remember this. You are not lazy, you are not disciplined, you are simply asking a tired mind to make decisions that feel much harder at night. You do not need to overhaul your entire life tonight. Here's one small experiment you can run tomorrow. Pre-decide exactly one evening choice before 2 p.m. Just one. Decide what you'll have for dinner before you get hungry. Or decide what book you'll open before you sit on the couch. Make the choice early while your road is clear. Lock the gate at 6 p.m. and let yourself coast. Protecting your evenings can change how you rest. But once your nights are quiet, you quickly run into a different problem. The moment you open your eyes in the morning, an entirely new set of invisible traps is waiting for you. Before you even step out of bed, your attention is quietly being claimed. In the next video, we'll explore the morning friction audit and how to protect your first 90 minutes from being stolen. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next chapter.